What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 22 of our Bayer Leverkusen Let's Play here in Football Manager 2019. Today, it is Champions League time. It's the quarter-final, and we're going to be taking on Manchester City. Yes, another English team, of course. Last episode, we knocked out Tottenham, which you should go and watch if you missed it. It was over 2 legs. It was a pretty good 2 legs, all in all. You know, it was great to get a home clean sheet. I'm hoping for more of the same today. Since then, we have played 4 games in the league. A bit of a mixed bunch, although when you look at it here, 3 wins, only 1 loss in the last 4 really isn't that bad. And as a result of Wolfsburg actually struggling a little bit, we are now top of the league, which is the first time we've been able to say it in a long time. Anyway, the first game we had here was against Fortuna Düsseldorf. It was a 3-0 victory. And it took until the second half really to break them down. It was Miguel Almiron with a thunderous effort that, well, just went in the back of the net. The keeper kind of made a half-hearted attempt. It looked like he was scared of the ball the Parrot was hit with. We then scored from a set piece through Marin Pongrasic, and from there an own goal in the 93rd minute secured us all the points. All in all, a really, really good performance. Almiron, great to see him get a goal after all the injury worries he's had. Julian Brandt in this game was subbed off. However, when we come to the next few games, you're going to see that he really has continued that form that he was in kind of prior to the Tottenham game last time out. Anyway, the next game we had was against Werder Bremen. Definitely not an easy game, this one. Werder Bremen right up there at the top of the table. They've been very, very strong this year. It was Almiron again with a goal, and Leon Bailey followed up. I'm now wondering if this was the game when Almiron scored the good goal. In one of these 2 games, Almiron scored a cracker of a finish from far out. If you watch the last goal and we're like, well, that wasn't what you described, Jack, it was this goal here. But yes, he got a goal, Leon Bailey got one. Almiron actually missed a penalty to make it 3-0, but regardless, great to get a clean sheet. Very, very happy about that. And because of the way things went out, you know, we were able to mix things up. You can see Origi came on off the bench, didn't really have an impact. I've still got the striker problem without goals, but fortunately, Julian Brandt and, Leon Bailey are just going mad, so we don't need to worry about that, at least at the moment. The next game we had another high-scoring affair. This time, it was against Freiburg, and as you can see, Brandt got man of the match in a game that was all too comfortable. All the 3 goals for us coming before half-time. Nice finish by Julian on the first one. His second, not quite so nice. Sessegnon got one in between, just capitalising on a mistake. And yeah, good to see us making the most of our set pieces. That is something that we've really prided ourselves on this year. It was a little bit of a shame that Lucas Romero couldn't preserve the clean sheet. He came on off the bench. And, well, within 8 minutes, he was scoring an own goal. So not an ideal game for Lucas. But regardless, statistically, dominated this game. We're way, way, way on top. And, yeah, with this result, we actually went top of the league, which was amazing. And, well, going into the Schalke game, we had a later kickoff here. We already knew that Wolfsburg had lost again. So a win here would take us 5 points clear at the top. And we were winning in going into half-time, but we could not hold on to it. Schalke, 2 goals in the second half for them. Sebastian Rudi from the corner right at the death to get an 89th minute winner. A real heartbreak moment, a moment that we might look back and regret, because if we'd won this, as I said, we would have gone 5 points clear. The other games had already happened, but we just didn't capitalise on the chances that we had. And, well, Schalke ran home at home victors. So anyway, if we just look at the Bundesliga table, as I said, we have now, for the first time in maybe all season, gone top of the league. In fact, it's not. We were top of the league to begin with, you might remember, but since match day 9, we've been kind of lingering down in second. We even dropped down to 4th for a little bit. But yeah, we have now climbed up, and well, you look at Wolfsburg on the other side of things. They started a little bit slowly, but they found their form. But if we just look at their schedule, you can see here they are capitulating. Draws against Bayern and Dortmund. Those were the 2 games where I thought they might struggle. Since then, you can see they've lost to Frankfurt and lost to Hertha Berlin. And it's a shame in a lot of ways that we haven't been able to capitalise more. You can see with their remaining games, they've got Hoffenheim, who are in 16th. They were right up there last year. They've struggled. Leipzig in 6th, who we beat. Düsseldorf, who we beat. And Freiburg, who we beat. Realistically, I'm hoping Leipzig can do us a favour. We need to beat them. If we can do that, regardless of our last games being tricky against Hamburg and Mönchengladbach, I feel like we should be in a pretty good spot to challenge for the title going into the end of season. Of course, today we are going to be focusing on the Champions League quarter-final. That is where things really matter. In terms of our opposition in Man City, just so you can see their side here, it's a pretty good team, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, they've got Wilfried Zaha. They've signed Emil Forsberg. They've signed Mateo Kovacic. Apparently isn't registered for the Champions League. That's an interesting one. Stacked on the bench. They've got a few players coming back from injury. I don't even know if they're going to be fit for this game. Some of them might, looking at it, be struggling for next game as well. So we've got to try and really capitalise off this. Just looking at the Premier League title, you can see Man City are top. United do have a game in hand, however, which would see them go top of the table. Regardless, not going to be an easy game for us today. Let's see how we get on. And yeah, let's just get straight into this, shall we? So we're going to go with Brand and Bailey, Sessegnon and Wagnerman on either wing, Paqueta, Havertz, Bender, Tar, Pongrasic, who's been in great form, Hradeski at sweeper keeper. Do I really want to play Ben Yedder? He's been complaining about lack of first team football. All of our strikers are kind of out of form looking at the last 5 game average ratings. So you know what, Ben Yedder, you've been kicking up a fuss. I'm going to give you the nod. I just realised as well, I've got the editor sidebar icon turned on again. If you watched last episode, you'll know that I did it again. I recently, it probably will have been uploaded, maybe, at the time you've seen this video. I decided to do a video on Pep Guardiola managing a non-league side to see how the game would think he got on. I actually did the simulation just yesterday, that's why the icon is there. The results were interesting. I don't know how to feel about them. I might not upload the video because I felt like it was a little underwhelming. At the same time, I'm sure people would be curious to see how underwhelming it was. I mean, I'm saying this all now. There's a chance at the time of watching that you've already seen the video, so you know what happened. But if you haven't seen it, and it's on the channel, go check it out. Anyway, let's see how we get on here. An early chance for us, actually. Nice play. Leon Bailey, back post. Jonathan Tah. Narrowly wide of the mark. It was a good header for him. Unfortunately, we just couldn't find the back of the net. But starting with some attacking intent. You know, we're at home in this game. I want to go for them from the off. Really try and play this aggressive play style. And, well, press them down where we can. But also try and get hold of the ball. Especially at home. I think that's got to be important. And, well, we're knocking the ball around really nicely here. And lovely ball by Paqueta to Sessegnon. Can he get it into the middle? He whips it in. Bailey's there. What a finish by Leon. 3 minutes gone. That is the start we were looking for. Of course, I mentioned last episode the fact that Leon Bailey has been looked at by Man City. Don't perform too well, Leon. We don't want them to realise how good you are. But, well, Ryan Sessegnon, club record transfer. Lovely ball into the box. And, well, he just lashed it home, didn't he, Leon Bailey? Lovely finish into that bottom corner. Smashes it away. Wheels away in jubilation. Does a roly-poly. Not sure about the celebration personally, but regardless, 1-0. That is the start that we wanted in this game. We've got a set piece here as well. Leon Bailey whipping it in this time. Back post. Pongrasic didn't get there. I was expecting a penalty to be given then. Sometimes when the players stop like that, a penalty's been given. Nice header by Sessegnon. We do need to be wary on the counter-attack here about being caught out. They've got pace and space to break into. Leroy Sané down this side, whips it back post. Gabriel Jesus, tight angle. Hradeski with the first stop and he hits the woodwork with the rebound. From a narrow angle, that is a bit of a warning that we can't afford to overcommit. Sessegnon on a booking is a wee bit concerning. We will tell him not to get as stuck into his tackles. I noticed actually that Gabriel Jesus out on the right-hand side is also on a booking, so they're having a tasty affair out on our left wing. Can we deal with this here? Sané cutting inside. Oh my gosh, not like this. Not like this. It's an own goal by Jonathan Tah. Hradeski tried to get a hand to it. Just wasn't a strong enough hand, however. And it just finds its way into that bottom corner. You can see here Hector getting it forward to Sané. And Sané just cuts inside. Tah puts out a leg. Hradeski gets a hand to it, but it's just not a strong enough hand. It trickles in and, well, we prided ourselves on Tottenham on our home clean sheet. We are not going to have one in this game. And now we have another set piece to defend. Of course, Man City, perhaps a slightly different kettle of fish, a slightly different level from Tottenham. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to Tottenham fans, but in Football Manager terms, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Man City, Manchester United, they tend to sign the best of the best and do very, very well in FM. And Tottenham, on the other hand, I don't think I ever see Tottenham do well over the first 10 years in the same way you see City and United do. Anyway, we need to defend again here. Sané is tearing us apart. Pongrasic, it's a foul. I mean, Hradeski, I need a penalty save, son. If you could do that for us, it would be fantastic. I'm not really expecting it. How can the Finn do? Aguero steps up. He goes the right way. He can't quite get a strong enough hand. I'm actually going to change the system just to one where we play our fullback slightly deeper and maybe ask a little bit more from our wide players defensively. Especially Sané down the left-hand side, he's getting a lot of space. And he's kind of abusing that space that we're leaving him behind. So I just want to start our fullback, Wagnerman, from a slightly deeper position. Of course, a massive game for Wagnerman. We signed him last year from Hamburg. He's come into the team and just performed great. But this game here, obviously, is just a game of a calibre that he's never played before in. I kind of brought him in to be backup this year, but he's just performed and performed and performed. And I've got to kind of keep some faith in him, I feel like, for that. Anyway, half-time 2-1. Not the worst result in the world. We're edging possession. I'm going to tell the players I expect to see much better in the second half. Man City got a pretty good squad, it'd be fair to say. Of course, we still have a very young team that's developing. Can we make something happen here? Leon Bailey out wide. Options in the middle, Leon, for you. Options in the middle. Goes alone. Saved. Ben Yedder. Can he do anything? He can't. At what point do I lose patience with Ben Yedder and take him off? I feel like I'm losing patience with all my strikers very quickly. Very frequently I've been taking them off at half-time if they're not performing. It does make me wonder if I'm contributing towards their not-so-great average ratings. Paulino was pretty good in European games this year, so we're going to bring him on, I think, in the second half. See what he can do. The 19-year-old wonder kid really has made a name for himself, and I feel like he is the long-term striking option at this team. Oh my gosh, the curl on that ball was insane. Unfortunately, Paqueta couldn't get it goalwards, but well, Leon Bailey really did literally whip that in. But yeah, the header at the back post, Lucas Paqueta not known for his heading ability. They've got a chance here again. Sané cutting inside Aguero. Did Hradeski save that? I don't think he did. It was the outside of the post that mercifully spared us there. 20 minutes left, a few bookings, another set piece. We need to score here. Leon Bailey gets it back. Oh my gosh, Leon, what are you doing? What are you doing, Leon? I thought he was about to score a worldie. Edison with the save in the end. It was a great effort. I mean, another chance potentially here. Leon Bailey whips it back post. Headed away, only as far as Kai Havertz though. Try and build from the back again. Okay, never mind. It was a pointless highlight, but I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of highlights in this game. Considering we've only had 2 half chances, it feels like we've created a lot of opportunities that we've been shown. They've just not been clear cut, but they've been close. What a tackle that is by Paqueta. He even gets Julian Brandt in the tackle. Ryan Sessegnon now down this right side. Zaha tackles him away, of course, too. Players who will be a little bit familiar with themselves from their London rivalry between Palace and Fulham. And well, Aguero through here. That tackle was not a good tackle by Pongrasic. He's let off the hook. We've been let off the hook quite a lot ourselves this game. Julian Brandt's not played that well. With that in mind, I'm going to make a change. I'm actually going to move Sessegnon higher up the pitch and then bring in Vendel at left back, I think. I have still got one more sub if I want to do it. Paqueta's not been great. Let's bring in Palacios, see what he can do. Palacios has been falling out of favour with me a little bit. He's kicked up a real fuss. He actually handed in a transfer request not that long ago due to the fact that I haven't offered him a new contract. And the reason I haven't offered him a new contract is because I can't afford to and the board won't give me one. So for all that complaining, there's not a lot I can do. So that's something like worth being aware of. They've got a chance. Is that another own goal? Vendel on off the bench. That is a problem. Because that is a 3rd away goal. And we now know we have to go to City Stadium and either put in a defensive masterclass and score 2 or score a minimum of 3 goals. 2 own goals in this game. How unfortunate can you get? Vendel stuck out his leg, but it just bounced off him and hit the back of the net. And, well, we are going to be backs against the wall going into the second leg against Man City. That is not what we wanted here. I mean, they've had more clear-cut chances, but we've had a lot of shots in general and a lot of opportunities on another day maybe we'd take. Regardless, it's hard not to feel disappointed to lose that game 3-1 through 2 away goals. 2 own goals. I guess they are technically away goals as well. But yeah, bitterly, bitterly disappointing there. You can see United beating PSG in the other game played today. Now Vincent Kompany's telling Leon Bailey after the match that he should join us. I mean, cheeky bastard. Pardon my French, but that is just, it's too far. That's too far, Vincent. I need to beat them in the next leg. I need revenge. We'll go forward to that game anyway. You can see it's just over a week away. Plenty of time for players to recover. Should have a nice, strong squad at our selection. But regardless of how it goes, it is going to be a challenge. Okay guys, so we're back here for the second game against Man City. Of course, no games between then and now. So we have to think about our team selection. One thing that I didn't mention last episode was the fact that the reason Almiron was not in the team was because he was suspended following a collection of yellow cards. But he is back in the team today. So he's the only change right now. The only other one, actually, I've lied, is Sessegnon, who got injured in training. He's got a hip injury. He's out for 2 to 3 months. As a result, Vendel is going to have to come in as the left-back option. But besides that, it's a fairly standard team. I think the only change you're going to make is I'm going to drop Ben Yedder. He's just not been good enough. It's a bit of a shame because I feel like both Victor Fisher and Ben Yedder are good enough to offer something to this side. But their form's just been so lacking. it's difficult to justify having them even on the bench. So as a result, we are going to mix things up a little bit, and I'm going to put some faith in the old guard, Kevin Volland. He's sat out from the team for a long time. I'm going to bring him back in today. We need goals, we need something, and well, maybe he can be the man to bring it. Of course, 3-1 after that first leg. We need a monumental turnaround here. It's not going to be easy. But, well, we'll see how we get on as we get into this game. You can see, look at their team, Aguero, Sané, Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus. They've got De Bruyne back in their team. I mean, that's a very, very strong team, isn't it? Let's be completely honest. It's kind of scarily good. We've just got to try and give it our best shot here. We need goals, but we also need to stay solid at the back if we can. I mean, the reality is there's going to be a very, very tall order. Of course, if we concede one, we suddenly need to score 3 goals, and do I back us to score that many goals without conceding? The answer is, unfortunately, probably not. So we'll see how we get on going into this second leg. City, a very, very good side, but I don't want to play down our efforts too much, but I want to temper expectations. If you're coming here expecting this world-class turnaround, it's probably got about a 1 in 100 chance of happening in reality. This is the kind of game where I'm always worried in FM because I feel like you just get demolished and it's all just a bit sad. But we'll have to give it our best possible go. We need to defend early on here if we can. Man City with the ball high up the pitch. I mean, Leipzig have already gone through to the semi-final. So despite how much they're struggling in the league, in Europe they're doing great. I want to join them in the semi-final if we can. I mean, with tackles like that, we've got every little hope that it's possible. That was a great meaty tackle there. Unfortunately, Julian Brandt dispossessed. You can see they really have risked De Bruyne here with this game. Sterling also struggling for fitness. But well, De Bruyne, he might be struggling for fitness. He's still capable of whipping the ball in. There's a mad scramble. It's been a penalty given. A foul by Wagnerman on Stones. I mean, Hradeski, can you do us some heroics? I don't know what's worse, conceding an own goal or a penalty. It goes. Oh, it went through Hradeski's hands. That's pretty heartbreaking. Sergio Aguero, 23rd goal of the season for him. And, well, I don't want to say it too prematurely. We might be in a spot of bother now in terms of how we go about trying to even compete in this game. I've kind of got to immediately go more attacking, which is not something that I necessarily want to do. I don't want to go like too crazily different, but yeah, the reality is that we now need 3 goals in this game. And we're not going to get them trying to control the game, I don't feel like, away from home against Manchester City. Oh, I'm so disappointed to concede so early on in this game. I feel like that was crucial in this match, was to try and hold on for the clean sheet. I mean, there's still time, obviously, but 3 goals is going to be a crazy turnaround to happen. And well, if they get another, we suddenly need a hell of a lot more. Aguero hits the woodwork. It's hacked clear, just about. But a bit of a let-off again. City hitting us on the break. Sané just causing us trouble again. He was great in the previous leg. Can we get something here? Before half-time might give us a glimmer of hope. If we concede now, we're going to be in trouble. Ball straight to Wagnerman. Brings the ball forward. Goes to Leon Bailey. Options on ahead. Havertz, Wagnerman down this right-hand side. Can he get the ball in? He whips it back post. Julian Brandt, back post header. We will take that. That is a momentum shifter, potentially. I'm not going to get too carried away because we've got to defend well still. But nice build-up play here. Havertz to Wagnerman. Ball whipped into that back post. And well, great to see Julian Brandt getting a goal. He is a man who, since Christmas, I don't know what he did over the winter break, but he's become the player I was expecting him to be during our first season that he never really lived up to the billing of. Really has just found a rich vein of form. Anyway, you can see here, not a whole lot of time left in this for half. Another goal here would be huge if we could get it. Kevin Volland leading the attack. Maybe he can just have the performance of a season in this game. That would be the dream. Wagnerman again with some space. Whips in. Volland's there. Hits the woodwork. Oh, it was a chance. It was a really good chance as well to go 2-1 up before half-time. Unfortunately, the woodwork does deny us. I've got to get shouty, boys. I expect a much better showing. A much better showing, please. You can see Kevin De Bruyne coming off for David Silva. That's not exactly a weakened team, is it, as far as Manchester City are concerned? Their team is so good. And, well, we're going to have to be at our best, I feel like, to really stand a chance against them here. You can see 35 minutes left in this game. 30 minutes now. It's just trickling away this time. I mean, I've got to make some changes. Volland's not had a great game. Almiron's been a little lacking. Let's bring in Paulino up top. I'm going to bring in Paqueta for Almiron. I've got one more sub in our back pocket, but I kind of want to just hold on to it for now. I'm also going to switch Paqueta to be on attack. I'm just thinking about how I might want to change things further. I don't really want to change things too much. I mean, we've got to go for it, haven't we? That's the issue. We've got to chase this game and try and get something from it. I'm not so concerned about playing the ball out of defence and working it into the box now. What I am concerned about is playing at a faster pace, trying to get the ball into the final third that little bit quicker. Not necessarily more direct, not longer balls, just faster passing, more snappy passing. I mean, we've got, what, 20 minutes here to try and get 2 goals and not concede. It's a tall order. And they've got a chance here, a goal, and it's probably game over as far as the Champions League for this season is concerned. Kyle Walker cuts inside to Fernandinho. To Patrick Roberts, turning away, runs out wide where he's got some space to pull it across. Pongrasic gets it clear. Still not fully dealt with. Oh my gosh, that would have been a crazy effort by Fernandinho. In the end, it comes off the crossbar and goes over. A little bit of a let-off. I mean, 15 minutes, including extra time probably here, and they're on the attack again. Nice win, though. I mean, if we get one, suddenly there's a dream, and it's maybe slightly alive. Vendel, can you do anything here? Down this left-hand side, dispossessed by Patrick Roberts. Can he win the ball back? He can't. Roberts with lots of space to run into. Raheem Sterling on off the bench, cuts inside. Hradeski holds on to it. That was a bit of a warning. I mean, there comes a point in every man's life where you have to just go route one and go hoof ball. I'm going to bring in Origi, and I think I'm going to take off Kai Havertz, and we're going to have to hoofball it, aren't we? It's not going to be pretty, but no more distributing to the centre backs. We need to go long. We need to go long. We're ditching all of our philosophies to do with total football. We're going hoofball. Paqueta had a set piece then that apparently was quite close. I mean, time ticking away. I'm rolling the dice here. This is not going to work, I don't think. We've got a set piece to defend. Back post, Stones unmarked. Hradeski keeps it off the line just about. This has now reached a point where we are just leaving ourselves stupidly exposed. But we need 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. We're not going to get that sat defending. Got nothing to lose in conceding now, really. Bernardo Silva goes to John Stones. I mean, it's just a pointless highlight. There's no time. There's no time. 3 minutes. And it's just trickling away. I mean, 1-1 on the night is not a bad performance at all against this Man City side. But those 2 own goals have cost us. And unfortunately, it means that we do now have to shift our focus onto the league. I mean, don't score another. That would be cruel for them to score another here while we're so attacking. Okay. Patrick Roberts, thank you very much for your mercy. That is going to finish 1-1 on the night. 4-2 on aggregate. That away, the away result is not bad, but the home result was just what let us down. Ultimately, we were always going in with our backs against the wall into that match. It was going to be a tall order, and it does mean if we just look, you can see Leipzig, Barcelona, Man City, and Manchester United, the teams in the Champions League semi-finals. So that is going to be our Champions League campaign over. We get some decent money, which is nice. Sven Bender, man of the match. Not bad by him. In terms of when we'll be back, I mean, there's 5 games left of the season. We are currently... Let's have a look at it here. We're currently 2 points ahead of Wolfsburg. I think next episode, we'll do the games against Hamburg and Wolfsburg. Depending, obviously, on how things go, we might be able to wrap up the title there. Hamburg, though, in 3rd and Wolfsburg in 2nd. Not going to be easy. We then have Gladbach last day of the season in 4th. So the next couple of episodes are going to be massive for us, potentially. And well, hopefully you guys are going to join us. We need to up our form after the last 3 games without a win. Our Bundesliga form has been very, very solid, however. I'm hoping we can keep things going there. You can see our goal difference is superior to Wolfsburg's. If we just look at the rules... you can see league sorting is goal difference. So that's another thing in our favour. But yeah, 5 games left of the season. Lots to play for. The next few episodes could be absolute classics here. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode from me. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, please do leave a like on the video. And other than that, it is me, Jack. And I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.